伊斯兰革命卫队此次行动使用了导弹以及自杀式无人机，打击目标包括以色列特拉维夫、阿卡和海法的军事支援企业和军工、通信及雷达产业，以及美军位于科威特的阿里萨利姆空军基地和位于沙特阿拉伯的苏丹王子空军基地。
Oil refinery is burning in Kuwait, and state media says it was hit by Iranian drones on Thursday and again today. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Bahrain also say they have been targeted in strikes on Friday. But the impact of the war is being felt far beyond those countries. Pakistan has closed schools for 2 weeks. India is rationing natural gas supplies. South Korea has imposed its first fuel price cap in 30 years. And the Philippines is instituting a 4-day work week.
Sources tell CNN that the Pentagon is considering putting U.S. troops on the ground, boots in the ground, in Iran to take Karg Island, and also to potentially retrieve or further bury the highly enriched uranium that is under the rubble of the nuclear facilities that the U.S. bombed last June on the Iranian mainland. Now, there is reportedly internal debate over what would obviously be a highly consequential decision because of the concerns over the number of ground troops needed and the obvious risks that come along with that decision. Today, thousands more Marines and sailors were deployed to the Middle East, even as those conversations continue to play out at the White House and in the Pentagon. This was President Trump just a short time ago when asked whether the U.S. would consider a ceasefire.
I don't want to do a ceasefire. You know, you don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side.
US officials are said to be working furiously to avoid a worst-case scenario. This is where the Strait of Hormuz, the shipping channel, could be down for up to, or shut to traffic for up to 6 months. Brent topped 112. The US benchmark, West Texas, 98. It's interesting that we're getting a bit of a larger divergence between the two benchmarks, and that is a reflection of the fact that it is Brent that is the difficult one, whereas West Texas doesn't have the problems in the United States. Goldman Sachs is saying get used to these higher prices. Oil could remain triple digits through next year. President Trump's doing what he can to talk things down.
Oh, I think we've won. We've knocked out their Navy, their Air Force. We've knocked out their anti-aircraft. We've knocked out everything. We're roaming free. From a military standpoint, all they're doing is clogging up the strait. But from a military standpoint, they're finished.
He said the war was militarily won in Iran. What did you mean by that?
Oh, I think we've won. We've knocked out their Navy, their Air Force. We've knocked out their anti-aircraft. We've knocked out everything. We're roaming free. From a military standpoint, all they're doing is clogging up the strait. But from a military standpoint, they're finished. It's a simple military maneuver. It's relatively safe, but you need a lot of help in the sense of you need ships, you need volume. And NATO could help us, but they so far haven't had the courage to do so. And others could help us, but, you know, we don't use it. You know, at a certain point, it'll open itself at a certain point. But we've defeated the enemy, and they are an enemy. They're a sick group of people. The leadership is gone. The Navy is gone. The Air Force is gone. The anti-aircraft equipment that they have, the radar they have, is all gone. Everything's gone. The strait itself, the actual strait, how are you? The strait itself is, we're doing a good job. But it would be nice if the countries, including China, if the countries that use it, China uses it 90% of their energy. Japan is 95% of the energy. It would be nice if those countries would get involved.
播报新闻是我的日常，必须时刻保持妆容和皮肤的最佳状态。当来到人生中最重要的时刻，也是 KS 逆时奇迹帮助我轻松驾驭，闪闪发光。KS 逆时奇迹活肤露全效精华、精华霜，多达5种 EGF 6大冻龄关键成分，保湿效果让我非常满意，小细纹也不再困扰我。我就是我自己的最佳女主角。KS 让我从容自信，光彩动人。我是我人生中的大女主，我的最爱我做主。KS 逆时奇迹系列热卖中，下单请上快点购，透过中天新闻网 App 下单立减50，或输入 CTI 推荐码有额外折扣。